For Georgia Now News, I'm Jenna Eason. U.S. Senator Jon Ossoff made his case against President Trump and Republican U.S. Representative Mike Collins on Sunday at a campaign rally in Atlanta. Ossoff will face Collins in the general election November 3rd for his seat in the Senate. In-person early voting starts on October 13th. At the rally, Ossoff painted Collins as a Trump yes man and criticized the president for failing to deliver on reducing high prices.
Georgia deserves better. Better than pro-war, pro-tariff, pro-cutting your health care Trump puppet Mike Collins. And America deserves better than Donald Trump.
Ossoff also criticized the president for the war in Iran and Trump's focus on the 2020 presidential election. Ossoff has received endorsements beyond the Democratic Party, including from former Republican U.S. Senator Jeff Flake of Arizona, Valdosta Mayor Scott James Matheson, and Tifton Mayor Julie Smith. A new study finds that working on nonpartisan local projects together without campaigning can reduce partisan hostility in rural communities. 6 counties in Virginia and Georgia were examined with Community Works chapters. Community Works is a program by the Rural Urban Bridge Initiative that organizes volunteers in rural communities to work on non-political projects such as food drives and road cleanups. Nicholas Jacobs, a professor of government at Colby College, led the study. He says the group takes a different approach to political organizing.
And what Community Works is trying to do is not necessarily change anybody's minds on the issues. It's trying to change how they feel about their neighbors who happen to vote a different way.
Communities without the Community Works programs saw an increase of negative views of the opposing party, while counties with the program saw consistently smaller shifts in opinions. Most residents in Community Works counties heard about the initiatives through the local paper or word of mouth. Meredith Dean is the National Director of Community Works. She says the program focuses on small, practical projects that people can get behind.
We're tired of all the national division and nastiness. We are neighbors who've raised our kids together, and we just don't see each other as the devil. So anything that helps people in our community, we're ready to do it together.
The study found the impacts of the program were largest among Republicans and independents, but the program did not change partisan attachments rooted in rural identity. GPB News reports that Fulton County released its annual survey of homeless residents, revealing gaps in services and larger population trends. Dawn Butler works for the Fulton County's Department of Community Development. She says the county will need to lean on partners to fill the housing gap.
An organization that may have rapid rehousing this year due to funding, whether it's government funding or private funding, they may not have it next year. So it's a continuum of work that we do and a continuum of reaching out.
The survey found 323 unhoused individuals, which is a 34% increase from 2025. It also highlighted a reduction in the county's rehousing capacity from 148 beds in 2025 to just 29 beds in 2026. The governor's office announced that Cirkla will build a new food packaging manufacturing facility in Gainesville, bringing with it 140 new jobs and $5 million in investment. Cirkla is a global leader in developing and manufacturing molded fiber solutions. Fox 5 reports that the city of Stockbridge has reached a deal with Mayor Jayden Williams following an investigation into his spending habits. Previously, the city council voted to temporarily restrict Williams' access to certain purchasing devices, city vehicles, and non-public facilities while an independent investigator reviewed allegations against him. Williams has been accused of misusing city money and sexual misconduct. On August 13th, the council requested from the governor's office that the Georgia Bureau of Investigation open an investigation into the case. Shortly later, Williams filed a lawsuit to regain some of his privileges as mayor. The deal reached Wednesday will allow Williams access to non-public areas of City Hall while maintaining restrictions on city vehicles and cards. A separate public hearing is scheduled for Saturday, August 22nd, at which the City Council says they will reveal evidence from the independent investigation. That's what's happening in Georgia now. For news anytime, check out our website at heregeorgianow.com. You can also download our app from the App Store or the Google Play Store. And to stay up to date on our content across all our platforms, follow us on Instagram at Here Georgia Now and Facebook at Georgia Now. I'm Jenna Eason.